Erik, thank you very much for joining us today. I'm sure everybody's really excited to hear your insight into the topics that we're discussing. The first question I've got for you is, how impactful can becoming an expert in one area or discipline be on an engineer's career?
Yeah, so for an engineer's career, it's first very important, especially in the beginning, to build up your track record of things that you have solved, problems that you have brought to a proper end. Because maybe in the end you want to be an expert, a real expert, expert position, or you want to be a leader in engineering. Especially in the engineering area, it is very important that you can prove that you are able to do things. Yeah, because if you want to lead, people try to check out what is this person capable of? Does he really know what my personal contribution to the company is, and can he value that's what I'm doing? Yeah. So if you don't have an insight into a detailed technology, then you probably don't know what an engineer does and what the real challenges in engineering are. And if you want to be an engineering leader, you lead engineers, and therefore you have to somehow value what they are doing. And it's important that they think that you can really understand what the issues are, what the problems are, how good they have solved it, because in the end, an engineer also wants to have feedback on the job. And therefore, especially at the beginning for new engineers, it's important to dig really into one topic. Yeah, so for leadership, it's more important to have a broad overview of something. But in the beginning, you should really dig into one topic, become an expert, create your track record of things that you have done. And then later on, you can use this track record to say, okay, look, I'm capable of understanding what you are doing. I'm capable of analyzing your situation, your performance, to give detailed feedback about it.
Yeah, sure. And I think, offering that really detailed sort of insight into the technical areas of a project can also, build credibility, can't it, as a leader? And, people will trust in you probably more so when they know that you're someone that they aspire to become, an expert in that area, somewhere
Exactly.
that you look like the end product of what they're trying to become.
Somebody to look up to, yeah.
Exactly that. Yeah, brilliant. Perfect. Question 2. What was the most valuable lesson that you've personally learned about leadership, and how has that shaped your approach then to leading others?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so leadership is a complex topic, yeah, and the question is what kind of leader you want to be. And sometimes you get good trainings, you get good knowledge about what should a leader do and how should he do it. Yeah, and there is one lesson about leadership principles that I really remember and take to my heart, and that is the combination of transformational, transactional, and dyadic leadership. Yeah, that sounds a bit weird, but usually most people only do the transactional part. Transactional leadership means you have tasks, you have goals, people need to fulfill those goals, you track the goals. That's important for sure, and it's an essential part of leadership. But there is much more than transactional. That's transformational leadership. Transformation means, you transform things, and transformation leadership is for sure one of the most complex topics, and it does not always work. But it is about convincing others, and even though convincing others in a way that they think they had the idea. Yeah, this is done through asking special questions and lead them to their own solution. And then people do what you want, and they think it was their idea, and that's again very motivating for them. And every person is different, to lead, and that's the dyadic principle. So you cannot, if you want to do transformation leadership, you really understand. You have to understand what the person sitting next to you is interested in, what motivates them, what are the inner drivers of this person, and that is dyadic leadership. That means that you take into account every aspect of the person sitting next to you, understanding the person and leading this person as a separate individual and not as a team. And if you combine transformational, transactional, and dyadic leadership to one leadership principle, then this is really something I try to do every day.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, I think, that is a really great way to lead people, because it almost makes you become more of like a mentor, doesn't it? Because you're spending that one-on-one time with somebody, as you say, to understand what motivates them, what drives them, and sort of use that to sort of help them progress themselves, and as you say, help them come up with their own solution. And yeah, that's a really great way to lead people. I'm sure it builds confidence, definitely. Amazing. Thank you very much. So question 3 then is, what advice can you give those embarking on their journey into leadership when it comes to prioritizing their new responsibilities as a leader over their hands-on contributions of the past?
Yeah, I mean, there always comes the point in the career where you say, okay, now I've done the software programming the same way for the same product the 100th time, electronics, mechanics, whatever, process engineering. It's always the same. You do things the same way, and then you think, okay, what's next? There's separate possibilities. One is becoming an expert, doing an expert career. Another thing is just being a senior developer, saying, okay, I really want to do the same thing, but be more professional. And the third thing for sure is becoming a leader. And yeah, leadership means that your main tasks change. Yeah? They change to leadership. It's not about building stuff anymore, designing detailed solutions. It's about debugging organization, not about debugging code. It's about finding solutions for people, for better processes, doing annual meetings and those things. And this is, you're not measured against what you do technically. You are measured against the performance of your team. Yeah. And yeah, you have to really have fun with this. Yeah, otherwise you lose too much energy. Yeah, if you always think, oh, there are times when I did software or electronics, mechanics, that was the greatest time of my life, and now I'm doing leadership, you do something wrong. Yeah, you need to really understand that leadership is about leading people and processes. And yeah, that's a decision you have to take at one moment in your career. And if you go that way, it's not so easy to go backwards. Yeah? So you really have to think about, where does your energy come? Do I get energy from the success of others? That's the point you really have to understand. Yeah, and make a good decision there. Do I really want that?
Yeah, definitely. And I think, it's a good opportunity, I suppose, isn't it, to set yourself new goals and challenges and almost become an expert in leadership and then achieve your goals that way instead.
Exactly.
Perfect. Amazing. Well, thank you very much.